5150 Nation, what is we gonna do? Corey's scary, don't want to approach Stephen A. Smith. Zoe owed a man $20,000. Darlene throwing shade on the 5150 entanglement. Kit hating. Darkest is dark. Craig don't know what to do. What we gonna do, y'all? Let's get into it. It's the Angry Man God Talk Hour with your boy, Brother David, or also known as Big Baby. Cut the ass. Oh, wow. I'm a little raspy. That's all right. It's been a journey. Let's get into it. Yeah. Yes, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App, Angry Man God Talk, everything, guys. Social media, YouTube, Facebook. I don't know for how long because I'm in jail again. You know how they do when real just talk real things. And of course, as usual, all shows are sponsored by Social Media Boutique. Check us out at SocialMediaBoutique.events and make your next event a Social Media Boutique event. We are a media entertainment company providing music and entertainment, as well as streaming services, photo booth services for weddings, corporate parties, class reunions, family reunions, whatever kind of event. It needs to be a Social Media Boutique event. So hit us up, guys, today. It's your boy. Yeah. Original music by your boy. That's me. No fear. Warrior. Yes, y'all. A warrior I am. What's happening? It's your boy. I pretty much already did my intro. Let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. 5150 Nation is hurting right now. And I'm not sure about y'all, but pretty much any free moment that I got today, because of course last night, Tuesday night, the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, as always, comes on at 8 o'clock Pacific time. So that would be 11. It comes on pretty late Eastern Standard Time for us, but we understand because they're out in LA. So normal show. Started off as usual, you know, kind of all over the place. I mean, actually, no, it wasn't all over the place. They started out talking about the Capitol riots, quickly got into talking about bitches and who look good, excuse my French, women, and rating women and who's a dime and who's not. And it was cool because that's, you know, 5150 Nation, we love the talking that shit, swallowing that spit, you know, kind of, you know, spirit of the show. So that's not a big deal. You know, some people were complaining. You know, I was in the comments. But yeah, I was checking everything, every free moment I got, trying to see if Zoe did one of his check-ins, or trying to see if I checked for Grady's page. I checked for Young Pharaoh's page. I checked for RZA. I was typing everything. Corey Holcomb, Zoe Williams, argument, fight, RZA, you know, because it was just so much, man. And honestly, you know, I'm joking around and being comedianic because that's what I do. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm not wishing ill on these men at all. And I can kind of already hear Corey now. These motherfuckers on here, Zoe, they out here doing podcasts on our life. You damn right, bro. You know, Corey does, you know, kind of go in on what he deems is not manly. But, hey, bro, this is the internet era, and troll babies got to eat. And I'm Troll Daddy King Supreme. Know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I've been freaking this black and mild for a long time. I ain't got no tobacco in that thing. But anyway, so, yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Hopefully, not hopefully, if you're watching this video, because this is pretty much a review, a recap, I'm actually not going to play the video clip. If you check the link in the description below, you will find my previous video, which did actually showcase the main part of the main event, because that thing was doggone like a pay-per-view fight. You know, Darlene and Corey was the undercards, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, then it got to the, well, you know, technically Corey and Grady, even though Grady wasn't there, was the second undercard. And then the main event, ding, 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 bruh. Oh, man, seriously, all jokes aside, it did hurt to see, just to be real. And this ain't even about, you know, Corey, I already know what you're going to say, and it's all good. I'm pleased. That might be lack of a better word, but I'm happy Not that people are coming down on you, Corey, but I'm happy that, most of the folks in the 5150 Nation agree that you were dead ass wrong. And this ain't and the reason I say that is because that's your platform. That platform is a reflection of you, who you claim to be a real ass nigga. And I believe that you are, dog. So let's not get that straight. But Corey, you a street nigga, dog. You say it yourself. You're uneducated. You didn't have your father in your life. And there's been several times on the show throughout the years that I've been like, man, I love you, bro. I'm always going to mess with you when you come to Atlanta, Augusta area, mostly Atlanta. I got to drive a couple hours to go see my man when he comes to town. But your communication skills are not what they need to be, bro. And I mean, who am I to say what a man needs to be or have? But, I think that the consensus is you were wrong and you need to make this right, bro. Do what you want to do. But I think it would behoove you. And I know you got the defiant spirit in you. I don't care about your zodiac, but I stayed in them comments last night. I was up till like 4 a.m. I'm sure y'all were too. I know y'all were because I kept seeing 10 minutes ago at 3, 4, 5 comments. But you got to make this right, dude. If Corey's defiant, and they said something about him being a Cancer. I don't really know much about Cancers. I'm a Scorpio, so I do know a little bit about confrontation and getting pissed off and people triggering me. So I'm not against you, Corey. Nobody is, bro. But honestly, I know you it was funny when you went at D. Oh, that's so basic. You must be going through something. But Corey, are you going through something, dog? Real talk, man. Black men don't go to therapy. Black men, I ain't trying to sound like Boyce Watkins out here now. He's a corny ass nigga. But excuse my French, guys. Sorry about that. That's why I put this out on the Social Media Boutique page instead of the Angry Man God Talk page, because I got a lot of preachers and church folks on that page. But they know God's still working on me. It is what it is. But yeah, man, let's just go ahead and talk about it. What do you guys think? Do you think that Corey was wrong? And is the show done? That's what I've been seeing. I want to say that they're real ninjas and that it's not done. You know what I'm saying? But obviously that was a lot of the comments. A lot of the commentary was focused around whether or not we've seen the last of the 5150 show, at least as far as what it's become, what it is at this moment. Is Corey going to switch it up completely? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's going to do the focus on the repo show. I don't know. But is the show done? I don't think so. I hope not. But the shit was kind of crazy, bro. It was crazy. It was definitely cringeworthy. It was very hard to watch, because we were rooting for our brothers, and we kept it comedy, and we keep laughing, and the real niggas are always on crack jokes in the comments, but it was cringeworthy. He started off on Diaz. Well, really, D started off on him. He was doing the 5150 entanglement kit promo. D started kind of throwing a little shade. Her normal stuff, guys. It wasn't nothing. It really wasn't nothing. Corey just had enough, I think, in my opinion. It's a culmination of a lot of stuff. D, if you don't know, if you don't actually watch the show and you're watching this review, D is Ice-T's first wifey. His first child came from her beautiful womb, as you see here. Marcus, Dawkins, that's a picture from his actual promo, but Corey was doing the actual promo of the entanglement kit, and he said, D, you should use some products, and she was already kind of like, oh, y'all got the, being sarcastic, y'all got the miracle stuff, huh? And she's like, oh, no, I don't use astringent, I don't use any of that stuff, I'm all natural, and and then he kind of got mad, and I actually agree with Corey. I mean, I don't think he disrespected her, and I'm definitely from the, tell a chick to shut the fuck up tribe. So you gotta check a woman sometimes. And I don't think he did anything wrong. Had the tension ended with them, I think everything would have been fine. I think we, maybe started to see Zoe was getting a little tense over there. Not tense. I don't want to speak or speculate about how people were feeling, but when it was his turn to talk, he basically was saying, because Corey was talking about leadership, talking about Grady. So Zoe used it as an opportunity to say, would a leader keep bringing up stuff? I get it. Even if he's wrong, you said you were going to squash it. So isn't that contradictory? I think Corey was the first one to say something about hypocritical. Maybe Zoe did, but, Corey basically, got offended and ended up calling Zoe the weakest link in his crew. And that hurt Zoe. That hurt me. That hurt everybody. Because nobody agrees with that, bruh. Nobody agrees that Zoe Williams is a weak link. Just because he lost his cool with Aries Spears. That was one of the main things that Corey was saying Zoe was being hypocritical on, or that Zoe wasn't being 100 on, or he wasn't being a full man. You know, he let, you know, Freeze pissed him off about the hair, the hat, you know, and they went outside and handled it like a man. Corey was like, well, nigga, you went outside and talked to Freeze because he ain't Aries Spears, and you ain't just gonna roll up on no real man. Basically, kind of, I don't know, kind of calling Zoe a bitch. I mean, that's my translation anyway. Well, not necessarily a bitch, but saying, you gonna watch, you ain't gonna talk to me like that because we could throw these hands, nigga, and you don't want that because I'm a big dog. We always heard Corey, you know, gesture to his weight on the basketball court, and Zoe's a little nigga, and you know what I'm saying? And Corey brought up the $20,000 that he spent with lawyer fees for fighting the Aries Spears, you know, bullshit. And Aries actually didn't even, you know, go past giving his lawyers a retainer. But the thing is, Corey, I got my little slideshows. Want to shout out to Craig Smith, man. Craig was just over there doing, you know, being a real ass nigga, you know, in light skin form, chilling, reading the comments. But Craig, you're gonna be all right, bro. Cause I love Craig's show. It's got a little bit of Zoe and Corey in it with Craig, but it was weird, bro. The whole situation got real weird. Nobody was talking. The family, you know, as we kind of know it, seems to be breaking up. Bobby's been gone, and I'm pretty sure because Bobby's come on, you know, here and there afterward, that there's no real beef between he and Corey. But we've heard Corey talk shit, and we've heard Corey, you know, kind of. We've heard Bobby talk shit too, and I get it. You know, Bobby be getting drunk. Bobby be, you know, I don't know. He's old school. It's kind of hard for him sometimes, I think, to follow the rules of decorum in the radio station and podcast studio. But it is what it is. They bring Bobby on. But this is the original show. This is Corey shit. Nobody is disputing that. Nobody's confused about that. But weak link, that was some disrespectful stuff, bro. And again, Corey, I'm not coming at you, you know, trying to, you know, chastise you because you're a grown ass man. I'm a grown man. Nobody's doing that. You know, I'm trying to speak to my brother, you know, or to the universe. And if he ever hears this, you know, in a way where I kind of feel like I know how he's going to respond, because he is an alpha male. And alpha men, you know, sometimes you challenge them a little bit too much and they get a little pissed. We get pissed. And this is all this was, Corey. Zoe didn't try you. He didn't. That was not officially a try. You getting so sensitive and upset to the point where you started hitting below the belt. And the reason I can say it was below the belt is because the shit's not true, dude. Zoe Williams, I mean, if you really want to be real, dog, and Zoe kind of got salty. Zoe definitely was emotional. Zoe, you know, there were a lot of, high emotions. I mean, you know, I don't want to associate that with femininity because men get emotional. We're humans, right? So I didn't mean that as a slight in any kind of way, but my point is that Zoe definitely got upset. You could tell that Zoe was hurt, though, man. And Zoe was like, wow, you know, like this was the first time, 10 years plus, you know, what he considered a friendship. He's hearing Corey basically said, like, I don't really hang with niggas like you. Like, I have you on the show for your knowledge. And it was like, wow. And then, you know, Zoe, which was a good point, kind of threw that back at him. You said you weren't hypocritical, but how is that not hypocritical? You respect my knowledge and my mind and my science, but you don't respect me? That's weird. They got into the whole, you know, whether or not Zoe has done some whole moves before. And what y'all think about that, man? I mean, because, you know, first and foremost, it doesn't really matter to me that Zoe, there was a couple points, like Zoe, for example, I'm not going to say he was trying to blame Corey for the Aries Spears situation, but you guys saw that. He was definitely a little hyphy, and I think if he was more calm, he would have been able to a bit more eloquently make that point, because it actually was a good point. He was never saying that it was Corey's fault that he lost his cool and lost his temper and got angry with Aries and threw them things and broke a headphone set or a chair or whatever, like Nate. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't saying that. He was saying, you know, like, this is your house. You know what I mean? And there is some absolute truth to that. I've been in situations like that on both ends, having people at my house and niggas about to fight. Actually, a fight did break out at one of my get-togethers. And, you know, I had to step in and do what I do as the man and the host of the man of the house and the host of the party. And I've been in other people's house where tensions have risen between me and another guest. And the man had to step up and it was like, yo, facts are facts. This is this man's house. And Zoe, you can't, you know, say that it was Corey's fault. He wasn't. But Corey, you know, your house, you know, you let niggas get wild. You let Aries get wild. You were laughing. And again, I'm not coming at you because, I mean, this shit was funny. Even though it was tension and it was a fight and you lost 20,000, it was one of the best shows you had, bro. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. It was one of the best shows you ever had. And you guys rode the TMZ wave. You were laughing. You were joking. It worked for you in your comedy. You made that $20,000 back 10 times over. And then you told the man, after he approached you several times, don't worry about it. Now see, the thing is, Corey, that's the honorable part. But you trying to play Zoe and income shame a brother. Like, nigga, don't nobody really, most black men, and I'm definitely talking about real black men at this point, don't make the kind of money that you do, bro. And I think you know that. You've been hanging with Zoe and real, actual smart niggas for a while now. And that's no shot at you. I'm just saying, like, you know good and damn well Zoe brings weight to your show, dude. You know exactly. I mean, you said it in a dismissive way. I just have you on the show for your knowledge. Motherfucker, half of your audience is Zoe Williams fans. Half of the people that are there like your raw, gritty truth translated and followed through oftentimes by Zoe's eloquence. And the fact that you dismissed that's some sucker shit, and you know it, bro. You know it. And truth of the matter is, in regard to just straight, raw black manhood, you're a more of a weak link than Zoe. And again, I'm not trying to get in on Zoe's shit, on his jabs, because he was mad and he was throwing jabs also. But it's true, bro. He's a great father. Zoe's a great father with a proven track record and references. You're not. You said it. You weren't raised by your father. And a lot of your behavior last night, it was very apparent that was what was going on. Now, again, I'm not trying to come at you like, hey, like you're not a man, because you certainly are, my nigga. Like I said, you one of my favorites. But, bro, you were dead wrong, and you need to humble yourself, and you need to make this right. I'm not trying to chastise you, and I can't tell you what to do. But what I was happy to see is that 95% of the comments on the 5150 Nation, us, that we've been holding you down since 2010, maybe some before that, Low Life, and I've been back. I've been watching you since Low Life and then was calling on the phone, bro. Not even watching you, because that was on the radio. You feel me? And Zoe has always been 100. Zoe's never been a sucker. Zoe's always added value to your show, to your brand. Now, I don't necessarily agree, going back to kind of what I was saying, where Zoe, this is not me trying to say that Zoe was wrong, but there was a couple times, him trying to flip his responsibility of the Aries Spears shit onto Corey. He shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean? And I think that even though he didn't say, I'm sorry for saying that comment, he did come back later with, I did mess up. And that was the difference between you and me, Corey. I can say when I'm wrong, can you? And that's kind of what it boils down to, Corey. Like, I'm nobody, so I already know you. If you ever did even catch a glimpse of 5-second, 10-second clip of this, you like, that nigga ain't shit. Pretty nigga with the curls. Yeah, I fuck your bitch though too. Now don't get it right. I am 5150 Nation, and you do see what's happening, bro. I'm a real nigga out here. This is my studio. It might be at my house, but yeah, it's a little 15,000. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to play to me, bro. I live in my own house. Let me stop. No, real talk. I love Corey Holcomb, dog. He's a real deal, man. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I mean, Zoe was also there was one other point that I'm drawing a blank on. It was the Aries Spears where he tried to flip it, and the young Pharaoh thing. Now the thing is, Corey brought this up, so this wasn't really like Zoe's point in the argument against Corey, and he was wrong. But I mean, Corey is right, in my humble opinion, when it comes to loyalty. I saw that interview. I saw a lot of the stuff that was going on. I will say this, not to make excuses for Zoe, but I do feel like a couple things were going on with young Pharaoh. He didn't really know that man's history on how disrespectful. He's always that disrespectful. But he does do conscious black podcasting and I guess work in the community. So that's something that Zoe gravitates toward. And he's young man out here in the front lines. Zoe is a mentor. So it was kind of like the Aries Spears thing, like having young Pharaoh on the show for Zoe's show, it was good for ratings, but it was out of hand, and young Pharaoh, as always, was out of pocket. And Corey was right in that sense. Now, again, I'm not saying he was right for throwing that in Zoe's face, when Zoe was talking to him about Grady, but it was relevant as far as talking about inconsistency, hypocrisy, or potential hypocrisy, or not standing on it all the way. Or I think with Corey, again, he speaks the truth, his truth, first and foremost. But his truth, I will say, even though he's off and he's a hood nigga that don't really, like, he's seen the world because he's a rich nigga, but like, it's strange because, I know bragging, I come from a little bit of money, so like, I know the life that Corey's living now, I was raised and groomed in it, and so he's still a street nigga up here, even though he has been to Paris and Egypt and traveled the world and fucked bad bitches and all kinds of stuff. He still got like in my opinion, just an uneloquent, somebody said Robert Taylor Holmes PTSD. and there's some realness to that, bro. So the only reason I was saying that, not to try to go in on Corey, but like if you talk about being a man, being accountable and being real about who you are and where you are, brother, the only thing you admitted was that you don't talk well or communicate well with women. But the truth is, my nigga, you really don't communicate well. Those are facts. In your lane and being a man, because you're a man in your lane, your confidence is where it needs to be. I'm not trying. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. I can't deny any of that. But there's other levels to evolution and manhood that, and I'm an angry man myself. That's the name of the name of the show. I like to typically talk about black folks and our anger and how we can kind of get up out of that. But my point is that I relate to, somebody triggers you, you feel like you might have to, bring a gun to a knife fight. Corey does that a lot. And we like that as 5150 Nation until you turn on your own people. And Zoe was right, bro. You make reference to Kevin Hart so much. Why don't you start doing some Kevin Hart stuff? It's just a suggestion, but it's some truth in that, my man. Because I think that you use this term a lot, up under me. See, that exposes your actual intent and less of Darlene's and Zoe's. And, Craig on his show the other day said something like, I mess with these guys in the room on the Craig Fact show that I believe in. Now, I'm not saying you don't believe in Darlene and Bobby and Zoe and Craig, but you like to be the big homie. And that's cool, especially if you're a good leader. If you are not as rough around the edges like you are, my brother, you need work and leadership. And so you like to have people up under you. And I don't think it's as simple as a like full on like complex where you got to have what's the term? I'm drawing a blank, guys. When celebrities have oh my gosh. Oh man. Anyway, the guys that they're sidekicks that basically, pat them on the back even when they're doing some bullshit. But yeah, I'm not saying that you want, like an entourage per se, but I think that there is some of that there. You've become a boss ass nigga as in your own right. I think you've gotten used to that. And I don't know. I think it's like you only give respect to like boss ass niggas on the financial side. You know what I mean? I wonder if Minister Farrakhan had, the power and the finances and the resources of the Nation of Islam, would you be as respectable toward him? I'm not trying you like, I'm just saying, it's just kind of what I'm thinking when it comes to that. But, Corey was right when Corey was, I think, wrong in his tone and delivery, and definitely going below the belt and getting petty and showing his emotions like a female. Let's just call it what it is, bro. That's what you did last night, cuz. That's what you did. But, a lot of what he was saying about loyalty, you know what I'm saying, was real. So, for example, like, I think had Corey actually been like, you know what, fuck that, man. Again, excuse my language. Fuck that, man. I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick of it. I love y'all niggas, but goddamn it, D, I'm tired of you doing that shit. You always throwing shade and going back and forth with me. And I know we get in little arguments, and sometimes that works for the show. But like, no, we gotta flow. We gotta do better. And Zoe, bro, I hear you over there. You talking about Grady, and I get it, my nigga. I might be a little petty for doing this shit. No, fuck it, I am petty. But goddamn it, you supposed to be my man, not Ray, not Grady. See. That's some honesty for your ass. That me as a friend, if I were Zoe, I don't even feel like there would be no room for no dissension or an argument, because he just, you know, was basically saying like, fuck all that. I don't care that I'm wrong. Y'all with me. I don't like that shit. I don't like you promoting all these other people's products and then talking over mine, D and Zoe. I mean, I get it. I introduced you to Grady, and y'all are cool. But bro, I want your loyalty to be with me. See, Corey doesn't have those communication skills. See, when you have an understanding, it prevents a misunderstanding. And as much as Zoe was there trying to chance after chance after chance clarify while holding him to the fire, I mean, applause to Zoe, bro, because Corey put that man down and embarrassed him. I was embarrassed for Zoe, you know, on the, like, not even the money tip. I mean, I don't have an expendable 20,000 like that. I mean, I got my trust in this guy way more than that, but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, don't worry about that, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think more than the money, like, Corey basically saying, like, you not a solid dude. And, you know, like, the niggas in my circle are solid, and I don't hang out with no niggas like you except for you, because of the work we do at radio. And, like, I think, you know, in Zoe's mind, he was like, bruh, we're associates, we're partners, we're friends. This hurt, y'all. This hurt. And, you know, I appreciate Marcus, you know, and that's true. That's true. I mean, I think Corey's going to do the right thing. If Corey does the right thing, then I think they can save the 5150 show as we know it. But if not, then Corey's going to have to revamp, because even though I think D is a real chick, like you know, meaning she's annoying as hell, but that all women are, you know what I'm saying? And like her 17-year track record with Ice-T, you know, her 10+ year track record with Corey on the radio podcast side, and you know, she talks shit, but she does have a submissive side that I love, because I'm an alpha man, you know. Let me not do that Ray Grady shit, you know. What's understood don't gotta be said. But no, real men like women that, you know, you can have an opinion, but you're not trying to, like, drive the car. And Darlene, although she gets out of pocket sometimes, I think overall she has that. But not to ramble, but I think she gonna stay for a little while. But eventually, I think that, especially if Corey doesn't make a grand gesture and make the 5150 cast members feel good, and special if he doesn't go that far, because, you know, his half-ass apologies are not apologies. Even last night, he didn't really own his hypocrisy. Zoe was literally saying, do you own your, and that's the lack of education on Corey's part, because he just kept saying, everybody hypocritical. See, you can acknowledge that you're hypocritical and still not own it. See, I don't think Corey understands that. No, I know he doesn't understand that. And that's why most of the stuff that Zoe was saying was not only going over his head, but coming back, bouncing back, and hitting him right in the heart or whatever, you know, was triggering him. And, you know, hey, man, Corey, you're allowed to be mad. You're allowed to be upset. You know, I'm glad y'all didn't fight. I was one of the niggas on there talking about, let's go, you know, because I'm a troll, bro. And the truth is, there really ain't, from the words of the great Ray J, there really ain't nothing wrong with a brotherly fade, bro. That sometimes, once in the blue moon, that does need to happen. With real brothers, that typically happens when they're young, you know, maybe, you know. But, you know, it's like, you know, you're with your friends, it's like, nigga, you know, I already went through this with my real brother, bro. Like, what's up? No, I did this when I was 12. We 35 now. We ready for the fade? I'm halfway joking when I say that, because truth be told, if you're mature and communicate and respectful, ain't nobody got time for no fighting. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all think about that? Like, Corey was throwing a lot of hints. We already know how Corey get down with the goddamn it and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's an old nigga, he's fat, and he ain't trying to take no L, and he keep that thing close by, like, you know. And I think that he would pull it. I don't think Corey knows gun laws. Again, he's uneducated. You know, so, like, you got to be careful. You know, like, I think he really would break the law, shoot and kill somebody just to avoid an ass whooping. But anyway, guys, I didn't have no script. I feel like I am leaving some stuff out as far as the points or the ups and downs, you know. But overall, guys, I mean, what do you think? Like and share, subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I definitely, because I'm a fan, I definitely use stuff that happens with the people that I watch that are more famous than me to try to get people to view and get some traffic to the channel. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. But check out Side Chicks Matter. my cartoon and my music video. That's me singing. All this music that I played today, that's all me. My voice is a little raspy because I've been smoking Black and Milds and the weather change and the dry air and everything. But you know how we do, guys. Once again, every show is sponsored by Social Media Boutique. Check us out at socialmediaboutique.events and make your next event a Social Media Boutique event. We are a media entertainment company, and we provide entertainment and band. I'm sorry, I was actually reading a text. My fault, guys. Yeah, we provide entertainment for corporate parties and weddings and, class reunions, family reunions, whatever kind of event. We have live musicians, full bands, small combos and soloists, instrumentalists for your ceremony, your cocktail hour, and then, of course, DJ services or a full band, photo booth, live streaming services for your reception to blast the party off all the way to the moon. You guys know what it is. It's the Angry Man God Talk Hour. What kind of music I'm going to play right now? Let's keep it smooth. I want to end smooth since we had tension on the Corey Holcomb show. Let's keep it smooth. Kick it! I got to record. Call me. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the bell. I don't know when I'm gonna be back, but hey. You're so smooth.